YouTube, it's motomattman, and today I got a couple of things going on. Number one, I'm on my way to the Honda dealer. It's kind of weird. I'm on my Sportster going to the Honda dealer, but that's because I'm thinking that my starter solenoid's bad on the VFR. I went to start it and all I got was clicking at the solenoid, so I'm thinking that the solenoid's bad. At least I'm hoping that's what it is. So while I planned on being out on the VFR today, I'm now on the Sporty, heading to Montville to Just for Fun Honda to see if they have a starter solenoid, which they probably won't, because the VFR is in 1997, and unless that solenoid is used for some more current bikes, they're probably not going to have one in stock, so I'm probably going to have to order it. And if that's the case, I don't know if I'll order it from them or if I'll order it from Amazon. Probably end up with Amazon because I can have it in like 2 days with Amazon, or it'll take a week to get it from Honda. But anyway, that's where I'm headed. But that's not the reason for this video. You know, to say that I'm doing the reverse stereotype. Normally the stereotype is that the Honda runs and the Harley doesn't. But in this case, it's the Harley's running and the Honda's not. But anyway, what I wanted to talk about is I've said in some previous videos that my oldest daughter, plays travel softball, and that season is wrapping up. This weekend there's tryouts. Everybody has to try out every year, even to stay on the same team. But anyway, that's going on this weekend. But other than that, then we'll just go back to practice and pitching and whatnot, so things will calm down. I'm sure some of you have noticed that I haven't commented a whole lot lately on other videos. Here's the reason why. It's not that I'm not watching everybody's videos. I still am. But I'm watching them while I'm working. I work from home. I'm watching them while I'm working on the computer, but I'm watching them on an Amazon Fire Stick on my TV, which makes it so I don't have the ability to comment while I'm watching the video. I would have to then stop what I was doing work-wise on the computer and go into YouTube and then make the comments. I am watching them. I am seeing everybody's videos and enjoying them. I'm just not able to comment the way that I'm watching them. And I don't have a whole lot of time to watch the videos either on the computer, you know, on my laptop or on my phone because of the softball. And here's the deal. This year, in addition to playing travel softball, my daughter also played rec softball, and my 5-year-old played t-ball. My 9-year-old, well, she's 10, but in softball years, she's a 9-year-old because it's how old you are on January the 1st. So for softball or baseball reasons, she's a 9-year-old. Anyway, her schedule was like this. Okay? Monday, she would have rec softball games, Monday nights. On Tuesdays, she would have pitching lessons and then practice in the evening for her travel softball team. On Wednesdays, in the evening, she had rec softball games. On Thursdays, she had travel softball practice. On Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we would be away somewhere at a travel softball tournament where she's playing one game usually Friday night, and then 2 or 3 games on Saturday, and then Sunday was bracket play, and you would play as long as the team kept winning, you would continue to play. So, forgetting about the fact that my 5-year-old was also playing t-ball, and because of that my wife was having to usually take her to the t-ball practices and t-ball games after I dropped her off at my in-laws so they could get her to, what would happen is I would drop the 5-year-old off at my in-laws farm, and they would take her to the game or practice, and then my wife would then go straight from work to the game or practice and pick her up and bring her home from there. Besides the t-ball, you can see that 7 days a week there was softball going on every evening, which also means that unlike most people, I get less riding in the summer than I do in fall, winter, and spring, which also can explain why it'll be 22 degrees outside and I'm on my bike making videos. That's part of the reason. I get a lot more riding in the other seasons of the year than I do softball season, because softball season is just so flippin' hectic. Throw in the fact that my wife, Mrs. Motomattman, is president of the softball organization that my oldest plays for. There's a lot of stuff going on. You know, the equipment for the various teams, uniforms, stuff like that gets delivered to our house, and then we have to deliver it to the different teams. There are t-shirts and whatnot, like sponsorship t-shirts where the girls go out and get businesses to sponsor them, and the logos for that business is put on the back of the t-shirts. Those, when they come in, we have to separate those by team and then deliver those. And any special t-shirts and whatnot, like the last tournament that my daughter was in is the all-sanctioned World Series in Columbus, Ohio. In my daughter's age class, the 10U, there were 108 teams competing. That tournament actually started on Thursday, and so we spent Thursday night, Friday night, and Saturday night in Columbus with that. You can see that it gets a bit hectic, and for those tournaments, you know, we're getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning so we can get up and get ready and get everybody, you know, get all the kids ready and get the final things loaded in the car to get to the tournament. You know, leave at 6 o'clock, because in a lot of cases we're having to get our daughter there at 7 o'clock in the morning because her first game may be at 8. So, you know, most of the tournaments we play in, I mean, the closest tournaments are like an hour away. So if you've got to be there at 7 o'clock for warm-up, you're leaving at 6. You got to have the time to get up and get something to eat, get ready, and, you know, I try to get as much as I can loaded in the car the night before. But there's still certain things, I mean, you're not loading up the cooler and stuff. There's certain things that don't get loaded up until that morning. You know, so you can see that there's not a whole lot of time. And even with my daughter's practices, the field that she practices at is like 35 minutes away from home. So, I mean, they'll practice until 8:30. We're not home until after 9, and then you got to get the kids ready for bed and all of that. it doesn't leave a whole lot of time. So anyway, I just wanted everybody to know, you know, I am definitely watching everyone's videos. It's just I'm watching them while I'm doing other things, and I'm watching them on the TV, not on the computer or my phone. So I'm not commenting because I'm not able to, watching it in that format. But I am very much involved in watching and enjoying everyone's videos, and I still hit the like button, because I can still do that from the TV. You just don't, there's just not any way to comment that way. And yes, I could hook the laptop up to the computer and stream it directly through the laptop and then comment that way, but the problem is then I can't use the laptop for the work that I'm trying to get done. You know, but anyway, I just wanted to let everybody know what was going on. The craziness with the softball and whatnot is also the reason why I haven't gotten out a new video on my female motovlogger shout out. It's just rough, you know, getting off, doing the research that you do to try to get all of the stuff about them right in the video, and then getting out on the bike to make the video. You know, there are things like that cross tour camera video that I did. That was a quick, easy video that I could make and put up. Man, this thing's idling high today for some reason. And that's why I did that. The actual part of that video where I was off the bike was something that I actually did at like at 11 o'clock, 11:30 at night, somewhere around there, after the kids had gone to bed. You know, but I will get back to the female motovlogger shout outs. I've got a whole list of ladies to give shout outs to, as well as some other things. You know, I plan on taking a nice ride by the winery, something that I've been wanting to do, but I just haven't had the chance to yet. Come on, what are we doing? Why are we sitting here? There's... Oh my God, come on, turn. Jiminy Christmas. And by the way, we're right now riding through Middlefield, Ohio. I've come through here a few times on my videos, you know, and talk about wow, I don't know what that deal was. It was like in between gears. It wasn't neutral, it was just in between gears, because I was shifting from second to third, so I don't know what that was. But anyway, I've talked about, you know, the Amish community here in Middlefield before. This is where I was for the video, the poop on the streets video, with the horse poop on the manure on the streets there. But this is where the closest to any kind of motorcycle dealer actually is here in Middlefield. It's a Honda dealer. The Harley dealer with a Honda dealer next to it is not far from here. I'm gonna have to adjust this idle when I get to the Honda dealer, because this is crazy. But it's not too far away. It's probably about 10 minutes further away than this one, but it's in a much bigger town, a lot more traffic and whatnot. So figure I'd just come to this one and be easier in and out as well. But anyway, you know, that was really the gist of this. Let everybody know. You know, I know even though I've been putting out videos, it's kind of like I've been MIA lately because of not commenting and whatnot, and seeming like I'm not engaged. That's also the reason why we haven't watched live the Mama Mafia live streams here as of late, because of softball. You know, and it's something that the softball is like extremely important to my daughter right now. It's like her life revolves around the softball, and you know, I know it's going to sound like a proud papa, but the fact of the matter is that she actually is really good at it as well. You know, I mentioned there were 108 teams in the 10U division at the World Series in Columbus, and my daughter was selected to one of the all-star teams down there. So it is something that she does excel at, and she absolutely loves it and puts in a ton of work on her own. Going. But anyway, just wanted to let everybody know that's where I was. Not really not watching. I am watching. Okay, really? We're gonna do that? Okay. Well, we'll do this then. Okay, just a little update. I left Just for Fun Honda, and then I went to the gas station and got something to drink, and then when I was leaving, they're paving across the street and they blocked both exits with trucks. So yeah, I just rode down the sidewalk. Anyway, left Just for Fun Honda, did not get to park. Couple of reasons I did not get to park. Reason number one, they were out of stock. They didn't have any, which I kind of figured. You know, I said I didn't think they'd have it and they'd have to order it. Good news is they could get it in 2 days, which is about what it would probably be from Amazon. Bad news is they wanted $65 for it, which, okay, that's not a whole lot of money, but on Amazon I saw it for $17. Now, the guy at the Honda dealer at the parts counter was like, well, you know, the OEM one is going to last longer. And I'm like, yeah, but I could buy 3 of the $17 ones. I could order 3 of them and I could carry one as a spare and have one at home. You know, so whatever. Anyway, obviously I didn't pay $65 for it, so I'm going to go home and order one on Amazon. Hopefully I'll get it in this, well, probably be Monday or Tuesday. And hopefully that's the problem. The other reason I didn't want to, I'd be more than willing, to be honest with you, to pay the $65 for the OEM one if I knew 100% for certain that's what's wrong. But it could be the solenoid, it could be the starter, It could be the regulator rectifier. It could be any of those things. And with that being the case, I don't want to spend 65 bucks on the starter solenoid, put the new starter solenoid in, and find out that the one that's on the bike is absolutely perfectly fine, that what the problem is the starter or the regulator rectifier. So I'll just hold off and get the cheap one to see if that's the problem. Anyway, again, hope everybody has a glorious day, had a great weekend, getting everything done, getting their hay cut and tedded and baled, whatever it is you're doing. But I hope everybody has a great day. I'll keep you updated on what the deal is or was with the VFR. Hey everybody, quick little update. I guess an update of an update. The last update was I left the Honda dealer and they didn't have the starter solenoid that I thought was bad. And it's a good thing they didn't, because I came home and I fiddled around with the bike a little bit and hooked up a little jumper box to the battery and the bike started right up. So I went out yesterday and bought a new battery and charged it up, put the acid in it and charged it up. Eventually I want to switch over to one of the gel cell batteries, but my battery tender won't work with the gel cell, so I got a regular lead acid battery and put it in, and we're now testing it out to see if that was the problem, because once the battery was charged, the bike started up just fine. Now I do have with me today my little bitty tank bag that I use. It's an itty bitty thing, and it's got a little jumper box in it just in case. But back on the road on the VFR after just replacing the battery, because I couldn't tell you how old the battery was, but it was old. But anyway, again, if you get out on twos, keep the shiny side up, the rubber side down. If you like what you see, make sure you click the like and subscribe button and punch that bell. And everybody have an awesome weekend, an awesome day, what have you. This is Saturday that I'm out here testing this out. You won't see this till Wednesday, but have an upcoming awesome weekend.